What's going on, everybody? I am back again, and today we are in the Christmas spirit. I know Thanksgiving is not over yet, but who cares? We're getting into the Christmas spirit a little bit early. Today we're going to be talking about how you can be healthier as a college student, and we're going to be narrowing in today on the truths and lies that the media or the fitness industry just kind of feeds to you and expects you to understand and expects you to just take at face value. The media and a lot of television and a lot of these social media places, they'll put out something that they expect you to take at face value, and some stuff is truthful, some stuff is just blatant lies. Today I'm just going to get into that. I'm going to kind of break down and explain some things that are told to a lot of people, some things that I heard back when I started my weight loss journey that I know now are false and is good information to know if you are trying to lose weight and stay healthy. Let's get into it. So number one, I'm going to go through some lies real quick. So some lies that that you always need to exercise and lift weights to look better and lose weight. And I'm gonna kind of break down the truth to this. There's partial truth to this, and most of this is a lie, though. So the fact of the matter is, you do not need to always exercise and lift weights to lose weight. I think I talked about that in another video. You don't need to do those things as something to lose weight. Your diet matters way more than anything you do exercising or weightlifting wise. That is kind of the lie, is that you need to do those things. The truth that goes with that that I want to bring up is that weight loss is it's like a house with problems. Imagine a house that has, maybe you need repainting, maybe it needs new floors, maybe it needs new piping, something like that. Maybe it needs all those things. You have a toolbox to fix your house up with, and to use whatever it needs. You use that toolbox to fix your house, or you use certain things to fix those certain areas of the house. Exercise and dieting are both tools in that toolbox to fix that broken house, right? So when those things are combined together, if you fix the piping and you fix the painting of the house, that's awesome. That's a lot better. But just because you fix the piping doesn't mean you need to fix the painting. Just because you fix the painting doesn't mean you vice versa. These things aren't hand in hand, but they do work well together. You want a house with less problems, right? So those things are going to work hand in hand, but you don't need them. They're not essential for each other to survive, if you get what I'm saying. You can fix the piping in the house and have good pipes, but still may need to paint. And this is kind of how I take at it as with a weight loss approach. This makes sense because you don't need the one or the other, you don't need both of those things combined, but one or the other does help, if that makes sense to you. Hopefully that does. I try to explain that in the easiest way possible. I wrote it down in a confusing way, but let's get into number two. So number two is going to talk about that you need to diet to lose weight. I've seen so many fad diets go around the internet, on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. There's so many things that people tell you need to do this fad diet, you need to do this. Honestly, those might work for some people, just because they're on a certain specific plan, but everyone's different. You don't need to diet to lose weight. That's just not true. You don't need these fad diets. A diet is really just a word to tell you that you're eating healthier. I mean, to be quite honest with you. So all it is just eating the right foods, and I have plenty of videos talking about that. Just eating the right foods, making the right choices. It's really not rocket science, but a lot of these social media places make it harder for people, and they really kind of divert attention from the real truths here. So the truth that kind of goes with that is that calories are the only thing that matters. Moderation matters. You can still have bad stuff. You can still have brownies, cookies, cake. You still have all the sweets, just moderation. There's the truth about it is that a lot of people actually say that diet soda is bad for you too. Diet soda, the aspartame in it or aspartame in it causes cancer. But those things are just, you would have to have so much of those things. And that's why moderation is really important. You just take the bad things and you have them in little amounts, and that's okay. You can I still eat sweets pretty often. I just don't have a lot. That way it makes eating healthier, makes dieting, makes staying healthy a lot easier, a lot simpler, and it's not as much of a task to really do. Lastly, we're going to talk about, so the last lie we're going to talk about is eating foods that have fat in them make you fatter. I've seen this so many places that talk about foods with high fat content that like people are driven away by because they think it just makes you fatter, that, you know, fat in foods accounts to body fat on your body. And that's just simply not true. Fat in foods has no means to account for fat on your body. They're two completely different things. There are some very good fats out there for you that you actually need to get in your diet that are very, very good for you. And there are some bad fats as well, like trans fats. Those aren't really that great for you. Trans fats have been pretty condemned widely because they do cause a load of health problems. Those are the only fats I would avoid, but those have been scientifically proven to be horrible for you. That's the only thing I would avoid. But the whole thing that eating food with fats makes you fatter is just such a false, it's just such a falsity. And it's really annoying to see because you do need fats in your diet and they are good for you. It just depends what types you're getting in that moderation. Lastly, I'm gonna talk about one more truth, is that consistency in your weight loss, in your healthiness, in whatever you're eating is better than pounds lost. I would rather you lose 30 pounds over a year and a half and have just consistency throughout your diet the whole time than be bouncing back and forth, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining. Even if you lose more weight, I would rather someone be a consistent diet, taking things slowly, than to just lose weight, gain it back, bouncing back and forth. Consistency is really key with all this stuff because it helps you make a lifestyle change rather than just, temporary modifications that don't really help you out too much in the end. That is all I have for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Kind of closing down here today. Hopefully you enjoyed everything. Hopefully you understood everything. If you have any questions or comments, concerns about anything I said, just leave it down in the comments. I'll get back to those very quickly. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.